Consideration of all audience members and performers.
Refrain from talking during the performances.
Please silence all devices. Do not text, talk, tweet, etc. during the performance. It will be distracting to you and those around you.
Please do not wave to your child during the concert. They know who you are. You most likely brought them.
Make sure to stay for the entire concert and enjoy.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Joel Woodson. I'm the Director of Bands here at Williamsburg Middle School. Welcome. We are always and so excited to present our spring concert to you. We really don't call it a concert. We call it a spring show because we always like to add an additional element to our fantastic musicians and music. This year, I approached Mr. Skripek, who's the art teacher here at Williamsburg Middle School, a few months ago. And I said, hey, Mr. Skripek? He said, what? I said, hey, we're having the spring show. The theme of the show is above. So if you notice in your programs, everything is related to above. Okay? And you'll see that theme running through tonight's performance. And I said, I would love it to see some sort of collaboration between the visual art and music, because two different arts forms together is magical. So one of my favorite things to do with my family on the weekend is to go down to the National Gallery of Art, the East Wing. Some of the East Wing is like, what is that? And with the West Wing as well, but some of it's very impactful. And so he said, great, I have some great ideas. And so he took it to his students. And it turned out it was around, I think he told me the other day, it was around 75 students who participated on the visual arts side. Great. We're so excited about it. And so what they did, he took 3 different classes, and we selected certain tunes that you'll hear tonight. And what they did was they listened to the music, then they brainstormed, color, texture, process for each tune, and each tune is unique in their sort of process, right? So each tune felt different to them based upon what they decided to do in terms of processing, color, texture, and all that good stuff. And so what you're going to see tonight is during some of our pieces above on the projector, you'll see their artwork as we're playing that music. They were inspired by the music. It's abstract art, so I know some of you might think, ooh, abstract art, but it's really kind of moving, and it's really neat to see what students come up with, what individual people think when they listen to music or just are inspired by something. This is the moment of sort of applying sort of your life experience and what you feel inside and being able to create something very unique to you in response to somebody else's uniqueness creation. So it's really, really just a feeding off of each other sort of thing, and it's a beautiful thing. So I was very excited. He delivered the slideshows last week, and I formatted it to fit the screen and all that good stuff. So I really hope you enjoy it when it comes up. Just so you know, when we have those slideshows, the lighting will be darker, the house will be out. It just really makes the screen pop a little bit better. Now, what is this concept of above? So we're thinking physically, mostly physically above, the stuff in the sky, as you can tell by some of the names. But also above can be sort of metaphorical as well. So however you connect with it, however it touches you, hopefully you can go along on the journey with us to sort of form and shape how maybe you can be prepared to experience this concert. We put together a little iMovie in the beginning for you, and then we will play our fantastic music for you, and hopefully you enjoy that. All right, thank you very much. So clearly that was Dance of the Thunderbolts. This next tune is called At Daybreak. We're going to switch it up a little bit, change the meter, slow it down, play it beautifully. This is the concert band. So this is two different classes. So we have a woodwinds class. Wave your hand for the woodwinds class. Yeah, there you go. And then a brass and percussion class. Yay. Thank you. And so we've had a couple of rehearsals with the entire band together to prepare for this concert. I usually see them separately every day, and it's a wonderful thing. These kids are amazing. I take a second to remind them sometimes. You had some skill and talent and some amazing, excitable energy coming into the first day of school. But remember kind of what where your ability level was then, what your knowledge was then, and then think now, and it's pretty amazing. That's a good time to look back every once in a while to see how far you've come. So hopefully they feel that they've come a long way. So there you go. So At Daybreak. this is a symphonic band comprised of 7th and 8th graders. And way in the back is the percussion 78 class. As you've known from previous performances, they serve 2 bands. They serve the wind ensemble and the symphonic band. So we're very proud of all of these students. Again, their progress has been amazing. They play very, very well together. And we make a lot of great music. And we just love the tunes that we're playing. And hopefully you love them too. So our next piece is Clouds. See above? You got above, right? This next piece is called Crystal Moon, and it's one of the four works that chosen by the art studio to depict. So you'll see their interpretation of it. It's very different than Canticle of the Sun and Aliens Landing. It's really neat to see the differences between the music and what resulted in the visual aspect of it. So again, Crystal Moon. That first tune was Aces of the Air by almost the March King, Carl King. John Phillips is a little over him, but Carl King is like the next one. So Crystal Moon. This next piece is by Stephen Reinecke. He actually does a lot of work with the National Symphony Orchestra as their pops conductor. He's a very well-known composer in band literature and orchestral literature. He's a very fine writer, and it takes a special composer to write meaningful music for students of middle school level. I say this every concert, but it bears remembering that students who are 11, 12, 13, 14, in that age range are often underestimated. It's amazing what they can do when they care about something, they have a passion for it. So I would encourage you to keep encouraging your kids to find out what they're passionate and then support that, because just almost miracles happen, just the creation, and you can see the growth in your child. So I would encourage you to do that wherever that path leads. Keep doing that, because it's you get amazing results. So Heaven's Light by Stephen Reinecke. the only one I snuck in there that didn't really have to do with in title above. But I like to think of this piece as it's a wind band classic, and it's a fantastic piece. And so it's really, I think of it in the ways that every spring concert I like to do one wind band classic that really challenges the kids, and this is it. And so it's really, it's going to sound a little corny, but it's really kind of rising their challenge level above what they're used to. So, God, I know, it's a little weak, right? I know, but still, we can't resist it. It's a fantastic piece. I hope you enjoy it. This actually is the last time these 8th graders will perform in the wind ensemble exclusively as a wind ensemble. We will have a pops concert, but that's all of the 7th and 8th graders together. This is their very last piece that they're exclusively playing exclusively with the wind ensemble. So please, 8th graders, stand and get a rousing. We didn't plan that, and they're confused because, Mr. Woodson, we have one more piece. However, it's with Yorktown, so this is the last one they're playing just with their family right here. So here we go.
This is Yogi Tom's going to be reading This is the Jazz Academy. The Jazz Academy is a part of our Act 2 program. Years ago, before I came to Arlington, a group of really forward-thinking parents got together with the then superintendent Dr. Smith and said, hey, we love these electives and we want to take more electives. But we have this reading requirement, 6th grade, we have these other things. We just want more chances to take arts and robotics and jazz band and other drama and all kinds of beautiful things that your kids are passionate about and just really grow through. There's a trend in education right now called project-based learning. You're going to hear more and more about that. So hopefully I'm not going to get in trouble. But hopefully, at the beginning of the video on staff meeting, right? Project-based learning, and it was awesome. What the content that kids were learning in class and applied it to some sort of project, product, or performance. And all the elective teachers are back going, like, seriously? Because that's what we do every single day, right? For our entire existence. You want to know about project-based learning? Talk to a band director, talk to an art teacher, talk to Mr. Dudak in the tech ed world, right? Talk to Mr. Houlihan and Mrs. Houlihan and family and food sciences. We take skills and apply them right away. So, I was saying all of that to say, go back to my story. These group of parents have foresight to really sort of push this Act 2 program. And so when I came to the county 15 years ago, it was in full swing. And at Kenmore, in the old Kenmore, we started a jazz band. And it's been growing ever since at Kenmore. And then when I came here, there was no jazz band. I said, go, jazz band. And they were like, okay. And then here we are today in the Act 2 program. It is our music. It is America's music. It was developed here. Of course, all musics aren't original, right? There's bits of African rhythms and harmonies and European harmonies. And you got New Orleans and mix that up with some Cajun spice. And you got jazz, but it was really formulated in this country. So it is music that our children really need to know the history of our country in a product-based way, in a performance-based way. So we value our twice a week, an hour and a half study of this fantastic music. We create on the spot. It is valued, and it's awesome. So we hope that continues to grow in the future, and hope other schools get on board with this because it really, really improves the experience, the schema I'm using Edmund now. It enlarges the schema of the students, grows their experience, and then they take what they learn in jazz band, the history of it, they're more aware citizens, and then become better musicians overall. So, end of lecture, Jackson's off to support Act 2 programs. I wanted to see this grow. So thank you. All right, thank you.
huge round of applause to Ms. Lauren LeMay, our band booster president.
I know you're here for the music, so I will just take a few moments of your time. First, I would like to thank you for your incredible generosity during our spring fundraiser. We had nearly 100 families donate this year. It's been really, really incredible. If you're out there and you would still like to donate, you're in luck because I have not taken down the page. You can still go to www.williamsburgbands.com, go to the Our Adults tab, and look for the fundraiser link. We'll keep that up for about another week or so, and again, thank you. You've been really wonderful in your support of the kids. The second thing I'd like to talk about, and you've heard me say it before this year, is that the majority of the Band Booster Board and the chair people are going with their children to high school. And so we really, really, really need to put a team together for Mr. Woodson and the kids next year. If you are inspired by the magic of tonight's show and think you can find it within yourself to come forward and help out next year, that would be wonderful. I am having a meeting on Tuesday, March 22nd, here in the band hall at 7 p.m. You can come and find out about the positions that are available. You can find out other ways to volunteer if you don't want to take a position of leadership. We've already had one parent who has come forward to serve as treasurer next year, so we are very grateful to her. We do need someone to come forward as president. And so if anyone out there would like to consider that position, please contact me. I'd be happy to talk to you about it. It has been wonderful for me. If you are considering it, it has expanded my world. It has led to great friendships I never knew I would have, and also a window into my children's lives here during their 3 years at Williamsburg. So Tuesday, March 22nd, 7 p.m. in the band hall, and there will be one more end of year meeting. I'll send out the details. Thank you.
That was everybody for us here. Lauren, before you leave the stage, okay. I'm Jen Irvin. I'm on the Band Boosters Communications Committee. And on behalf of the Band Boosters, we would like to thank Lauren so much for serving as the Band Booster President, not just this year, but for the past 2 years that she has served as the President. Lauren has put in a countless amount of hours and energy and love into helping Mr. Woodson run the band organization so smoothly. You probably have all met her before one of these events, or you've seen an email from her talking about a t-shirt size or a lost bow tie. And Lauren is the woman behind the scenes helping the band be at its best. And so we wanted to say thank you so much. And to next year's Band Booster President, I do not want to scare you away, but you have some very large shoes to fill. Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce Mr. Bursch.
I just wanted to take the opportunity to say thank you. Williamsburg has been doing some pretty incredible things musically recently, and I don't know how publicly people are celebrating that, but Williamsburg sends more students to participate in the district honor band and the county honor band than any other school in the county. So I'm going to make fun of These students are getting an incredible foundation musically, academically, socially, and it sets them up for some pretty incredible opportunities when they get a chance to come to Yorktown and be a part of the high school music program. We just got back from Boston, where we spent 4 days on our performance tour. Students were working with professors from Berkeley, from the New England Conservatory for Music, from Boston University. They did clinics with a musician from the Boston Symphony Orchestra. We've also done recent trips to Orlando through Disney's music program and to New York. And the Yorktown Band they've really developed a national reputation as they've become state honor bands, the first group from Arlington to ever participate in the National Concert Band Festival, the National Percussion Ensemble Festival, Virginia State winners for the National Wind Honors and Jazz Honors programs. This is all to say that that doesn't happen without incredibly strong support from the community and incredible feeder programs. So again, what an amazing job Mr. Woodson has done. We're just really excited to be here tonight to continue to strengthen this collaboration between our theater programs in Williamsburg and Yorktown. And I'm also looking forward to seeing the 8th grade parents help you make this transition from high school from middle school into high school a smooth one. We have our first meeting on Monday at 7 o'clock in the Yorktown Band Room. And I would just say, cherish these last couple of weeks because it's going to go by really quick. Seniors, could you stand up? These seniors were on their 8th grade stage, what seems like yesterday, 4 years ago, but now they're getting ready to travel across the country and study at some of the finest institutions that we have to offer. And super proud of these guys who were once students at Williamsburg and Swanson and Kenmore. Yes, and take a seat. We know that as they go forward, the leadership development and the music development and the social development they've had through these programs is going to serve them well in whatever professional and personal opportunities, experiences, careers that they pursue. So on with the concert. Thanks for giving me some time, and I look forward to getting to know all of you in the future.
Okay, so it's great to see these students on stage. They're very familiar faces. Mr. Bursch and I were kind of joking earlier. He told them, like, I remember when you guys were here in 8th grade. And I said, to the seniors, and moving up to Yorktown, I said, I remember when you were here in 6th grade. And then, of course, I said, I have pictures. And they didn't want me to share them at that point. But it's great. It warms my heart to see the sort of cyclical nature of sort of giving back, getting better and giving back. So these young people in the blue shirts right here, 6th graders, what, yes. In a very short time, they're going to be back here as Yorktown seniors playing for some more blue shirt 6th graders. That's going to go by quickly, don't blink. Also, it's fantastic because our Yorktown folks come back and inspire our 8th graders moving up and our 7th graders moving to those leadership positions. And hopefully the 6th graders are inspired by the 7th and 8th graders we have and then we phase into new roles as we grow older. All right. I'm gonna do one more thing, which is my job, is to advocate for what we do. So we show up to concerts, and concerts, I say this all the time, concerts are celebrations of what we've done in the classroom, what we've done in the practice room, what we've done with our private teachers and on our own. It's a celebration. This is not a one-shot deal. It's just a one step in a long path of growth and development as a musician and as a person. It's one of the few things they do all day, every day. I mean, at least in middle school, until we go to block scheduling, but that's another thing. Every other day, at least in high school, that relies on somebody else to do their part. Right? So it's really life lesson, life skills, and we all rely on each other to do our parts to make the whole better. And in sort of today's society, there's several opportunities to do that, but not very many. That is of the frequency of, say, band or orchestra or choir or something like that. And so that, I believe with my whole heart, of course coming from the band director, you're going to say that, but This is a very valuable thing that we do. I learn and gain from it every day. I'm very lucky to be able to do this. And I hope you pay attention to decisions made up on high, speak up, and support what we do. Because if you don't, it's not it might get pushed aside because people don't necessarily understand what it takes to get here and how you grow. I think there's a quote. It doesn't matter. I'm going to butcher the quote. Sorry, I apologize in advance. But it doesn't matter if achieving the goal is not as important as doing the journey toward that goal. So the journey helps you achieve many other goals and follow your passion and become better human beings and more productive citizens and supporters of the art. And again, it's a cyclical nature. So support, pay attention, and support the arts, support music, support dance, support theater, support poetry, support literature, support all of the humanities as well. And I thank you in advance for doing that. This is Yorktown Symphonic Band and Williamsburg Wind Ensemble. We're playing Awakening Hills with one final visual arts edition. Thank you.
Thank